The phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, its screen lighting up with a name that made my chest tighten. Leah, my wife's friend. The glow of the notification cut through the pale morning light. Just one line, enough to make my coffee mug tremble. "Hey, are you free tonight?" Just us. My pulse kicked hard, not from anticipation, but from the sick realization that something was breaking apart, something I'd refused to notice. The apartment carried the scent of burnt toast and leftover anger from last night's argument, the air heavy with all the words we didn't say. I glanced at Sarah's empty chair, her untouched coffee, and felt the weight of her absence settle over me like damp fog. For weeks, she'd been a shadow drifting through our home, coming in late, her laughter save for her friends, her eyes flicking away whenever I tried to meet them. "It's just stress," she'd say, her tone flat, rehearsed. I'd nod, swallowing my doubt, convincing myself it would pass. But the silences grew heavier, the kind that hum with secrets. Her circle, Leah, Jess, and Mia, had become her whole world. Their phones buzzed endlessly with group chats I was never a part of. "They think I need space," she told me once, her voice sharp, as if I were the problem. I didn't argue. I never did. Now, that text burned into my vision. I set the mug down too hard. The clink echoed against the counter. My mind spun, piecing together fragments. Sarah's late nights, her sudden distance, the way Leah's gaze lingered too long at our last dinner party. Was this why Sarah had grown cold? Were her friends feeding her poison? Or was something deeper happening? I typed out a reply, "What's this about?" and hit send before hesitation could stop me. The kitchen clock ticked, each second a heartbeat, as I waited for a reply that could shatter everything. The day crawled. Every hour felt like a slow drip of dread. I sat at my laptop, the numbers on the screen blurring as my thoughts circled back to Sarah's face from last night. Lips tight, eyes distant, whispering, "I just need time to think." Think about what? Us? Or them? The apartment felt smaller, the walls closing in, her lavender perfume still lingering like a ghost. I checked my phone again and again. Nothing. No message from Leah. By evening, I was unraveling, nerves shot, stomach twisted. I paced the living room as the city buzzed outside. Car horns, faint laughter, the rattle of a street cart. I stood by the window, watching the streetlights flicker to life, spilling orange light onto the pavement like liquid fire. My phone buzzed again. "Leah, meet me at the Rusty Anchor. 8 p.m. Please." No explanation, just urgency. I stared at the message, my chest tightening. This wasn't a casual drink. It felt like a trap or a confession. I grabbed my jacket, the leather creaking under my grip, and stepped out. The bar was close, but each step felt like wading through molasses. The crisp air carried the bite of autumn leaves and exhaust. My thoughts churned. Was Leah testing me? Was Sarah behind this? Or was I losing my mind, seeing betrayal where there was none? I wanted to believe that, but the knot in my gut said otherwise. The Rusty Anchor was dim and smelled of stale beer and fried onions. Leah sat tucked in a corner booth, her dark hair catching the red glow of a neon sign. She looked up as I approached, nervous smile, fingers twisting a straw. "You came," she said softly, her voice barely audible over the jukebox hum. "Yeah." I slid into the booth, my throat dry. "What's this about, Leah?" She leaned forward, eyes searching mine. Her hands trembled. "I've been meaning to talk to you," she said. "About Sarah? Or us?" That word, us, landed in my chest like a stone. I waited, breath shallow. "She's changed, hasn't she?" Leah said, cold, distant. "You felt it too." I nodded, my jaw tight. She says her friends told her to find herself. Leah let out a bitter laugh. Her friends, Jess and Mia, right? They've been feeding her these ideas, saying she's trapped, that she needs to break free. Her gaze dropped to the table. But it's more than that. I've seen things, Tom. I think she's seeing someone. The words hit like a punch, knocking the air from my lungs. I wanted to laugh, deny it, but the pieces fit. The late nights, the guarded phone, the way she pulled away when I touched her. "Who?" I whispered. Leah hesitated, guilt flickering in her eyes. "I can't say for sure," she murmured, "but I've seen her with Mia. Too close. Too often." She reached out, her fingers grazing mine. "I hate seeing you hurt, Tom. You don't deserve this. That's why I asked you here. I care about you." I pulled my hand back. Her touch burned, another betrayal layered on top of the first. My thoughts spun: anger, disbelief, heartbreak. Sarah and Mia. It didn't make sense, yet somehow it did. The whispered calls, the spark in Sarah's eyes when Mia's name came up. But Leia's confession hung heavy in the air. Was she helping me, or trying to drive a deeper wedge? I left the bar in a haze, the city lights smearing into streaks. No text from Sarah. No answers. When I got home, the apartment was dark. Her shoes were gone. I sank onto the couch, the fabric rough beneath my hands, and let it hit me. Sarah was slipping away, maybe already gone. Leia's words echoed in my head. "You deserve better." But did I? Had I missed the signs, ignored her needs, pushed her away myself? Hours later, the door creaked open. Sarah stood there, coat damp from rain, eyes wide when she saw me awake. "Tom," she said quietly, "we need to talk." I stood, heart pounding. "About what?" I asked, though I already knew. The air between us vibrated with unspoken truths. She stepped closer, her perfume cutting through the stale air. "I've been lying," she said, her voice trembling. "Not about another person. About me. I've been scared to say it. I don't know who I am anymore. Mia's been helping me figure it out. But it's not what you think. I'm not cheating, Tom. I'm just lost." Her words should have calmed me, but they didn't. They sounded like half-truths, armor for something deeper. "Then why shut me out?" I asked, voice cracking. "Why let your friends steer our marriage?" She winced, tears filling her eyes. "Because I'm scared," she whispered. "Scared of losing you, but more scared of staying and losing myself." I wanted to hold her, to fix it, but Leia's text flashed in my mind, planting doubt I couldn't shake. "And Leia?" I said sharply. "She asked me out tonight. Said she was worried about me." "What's that about?" Sarah's face fell, shock and betrayal flooding her expression. "Leia," she breathed. She told me to give you space. Said you needed it." The realization hit us both hard. Leia had been playing both sides, twisting the truth for her own reasons. Sarah's hand reached for mine, trembling. "Tom, I didn't know," she whispered. The room tilted. Everything we thought we knew came apart. Sarah hadn't cheated, but the damage was done. Trust had been poisoned by someone we both believed was a friend. We stood there, hands clasped, the sound of rain tapping the windows, knowing that whatever came next, forgiveness, confrontation, or collapse, would change us forever.